How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to True North Network. This is episode 154, I think. I have no idea anymore. We are once again joined by all the regulars here. Myself, of course. There's Colton over there, bud. And then down there, bud, there's Brody. And in the other corner there's Eric and Andrew, you know he?
Did you say 134?
No.
Oh, I heard 134. I'm like, dude, that was a long time ago.
We're time travelers now. Welcome back to the shit show. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the last couple episodes. I don't even know when this is going to go out. Definitely after we're back from the concert. So the episode following this one, we'll probably be talking about that. And whatever hellish experience we get up to there. Hoping for the best. We are staying overnight, so we might do some vlogging around the old.
We're doing it smarter than we.
Why are you interrupting me?
Because I have to be consistent.
So we'll probably do some filming around Calgary and see what we get up to before we head back down, or up, or around. You don't know where we live. I definitely haven't doxed that 1,000 times.
I swear you've doxed it so many times.
But yeah, we are back today, talking about cliché. That rhymed.
Cliches.
Wait, that doesn't. Yeah, tropes and cliches in media, basically, like movies, TV, video games, music, whatever you want it to be. But before, I thought I'd tell this story. I was just going to tell Colton because it's just about him. But I think my brain has done something where it has conditioned itself to predict Colton calling me while I'm sleeping. Because I had a nap before this podcast. It was glorious, by the way. And in my nap, I had a dream that I woke up from this nap and Colton had called me. And we were talking for a bit, and then we were talking for a bit, and then I hung up. And then I actually woke up from my nap, and Colton called me when I was downstairs, and I had to look through my call history because I was 100% convinced that he had called me earlier.
That was last night I called you.
Yeah, I know, but this was in my dream. So I think I've trained my brain now to just expect my nap to be ruined by Colton.
I haven't done it recently.
Anyways, that was just a little sidebar there.
My
That's
dreams
fun.
usually get ruined by somebody else. You know who that is. I'm not going to say it.
Just doxed yourself, mate.
Hey, Brandon.
Just doxed
What?
yourself hard.
You're going to kill me, but I got to piss.
Just leave. Just go. Just leave.
There's enough content here for the gap that you'll be leaving. It's fine.
Anyways, now that he's gone, what a fucking loser. He didn't hear that, okay. But yeah, the thing that kind of prompted me to bring this topic up was I was watching The Blacklist yesterday. Yesterday. That's when I sent the message. I can't remember. But it also happens in shows like Criminal Minds and basically every cop show ever, which is when, like, two people who are partners go into a building to clear it of hostiles or whatever, and there's, like, people that, might have weapons or could overpower them, and they split up, and then one of them gets hit down and can't reach their weapon even though they try, and then their partner bursts in a split second before they get shot or shanked or whatever, and it's like, every show, like, almost every episode, it's the exact same fucking formula.
It's called suspense, Brandon. Get used to it. All the 60-year-old women and men that watch that show need it to feel something in their life.
I mean, we are talking about the same show that based an entire episode around corn and corn.
The mafia corn.
Eric was watching an episode of The Blacklist with me when he came to visit me and Andy, and they centered an entire episode around how this, like, secret organization had funded all of their shit through corn. And, like, modifying corn. Yeah. But Yeah, Colton, you basically missed that. I was basing this premises on the fact that in like every cop show ever, the partners split up and then one of them gets attacked and can't reach their weapon, and then the other one just bursts in and shoots the person right before they can kill their partner, and I'm like, right.
Yeah, it's accurate.
Yeah. But like, what do you guys? Are there any cliches that spring to mind for you guys?
Why does the black guy die first?
That was mine, you dick.
It's always the minority.
That is fair.
Okay, fine, I'll change it. Why does the Asian guy die second?
Probably because they expect him to drive, and that just does not go well.
My cliche is hacking in movies.
I'm the only one that can say that.
Right, you got the racism.
Yeah, we're all just like,
He's got the Asian in his blood, so he's fine.
My cliche is how they fucking show hacking in movies and the fucking montages. It's just like, why?
That's also on mine, but more so like how they are able to access this incredibly convenient evidence or something. But they just come across this stuff as if it was like that fast to get it, and it's like that's very convenient. It's quite the plot armor you're wearing there.
Oh yeah.
I know horror movies have a lot. Like, which one just come to your mind, Brody? Because you watch a lot of like Blumhouse produced.
Oh, you said the main one, like the minority dying first. Or like if you look back at like older horror movies, how they like slow down the person that's supposed to escape running speed, so they always get caught.
Yeah.
I watched Scary Movie 1, and that's a perfect example of it. The movie's fucking great.
Have you guys pleasured yourself with watching Steven Seagal movies?
Not recently.
I don't think so. No.
Wait, recently? So you've tortured yourself watching Steven Seagal movies? Okay, good. Yeah, right.
Steven Seagal. He doesn't even wear like the fucking tinted like yellow glasses or whatever.
Oh yeah, and he has that really and all the
Yeah, I've watched his movies.
It's only cliche for him, but in every movie it's the same formula. He's like this legendary guy that everybody bows down for and sucks his dick on because apparently he can do kung fu or something terrible. And he always has like every person in every movie, every role has to say like this guy's incredible or something. And the other great part is he always hires these really like C list young hot female actresses to make out and have sex with him. And it's really cringy to watch. That's like just it's not overly a cliche unless you're, just referencing his.
Wasn't one of his movies literally called Bullet to the Head?
Good question. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that was one of his movies.
Hey Google, hey Siri, Alexa, look that up.
I'm looking it up.
My Google just went off on my other phone. Whoops.
Oops.
Surprised my actual phone didn't go off.
Like the names of these fucking movies.
They're all horrible.
I feel like on the opposite end of the like hiring B-listers is, and this might be picking a fight with the wrong community, but like every action movie has to have The Rock in it now.
True. I'll give you that. That's very true.
And like it's not even like he's an okay actor, but I don't think he's worth the amount of money they probably pay him.
No. Not even close.
Oh, that is a movie, but it's Sylvester Stallone.
Yes, easy mistake to make.
Yeah.
Just gonna Photoshop Steven Seagal on Sylvester Stallone's face.
Oh God. Type of
That's
fucking
a nightmare.
Nightmare is that, man? That's horrifying.
It's my specialty.
I guess another cliche would be in video games before you're gonna fight a really big boss, you get a bunch of health potions. That's kind of how you can actually tell that you're about to fight a boss.
Except in certain games where they just fuck you over.
Like Borderlands, where they drop like, I don't know, one health potion in the entire like run, and you have to kill all of the people before the big boss, and then the big boss is like really fucking difficult to kill.
Yeah.
You have no health, so all you're relying on is your armor, and if your armor dips below 0, you're fucked instantly, right? That game does not like you know when you're fighting a big boss because you go into a whole area where all it is just bad guys the entire time.
Bad
You
guys,
kill
yeah.
every
I
single bad
love
guy.
Borderlands though.
It's such a good game.
I need
know.
to shed light on this whole again in shooter games specifically, how it's the defend position from oncoming waves crap. How it's obvious when it happens, because like you can tell like the 360 area has been rendered beautifully and there's all cover around you, and you're like, all right, it's going to be another one of these. You can tell when they're trying to fill the gaps for their crappy storyline, because they're like, well, I'm out of ideas, so we just got to make the guy sit here for 10 minutes and fight hordes.
Uncharted is terrible for that. Like Naughty Dog does that all the time.
Oh yeah.
It was less so in The Last of Us. Like there was certain areas you could tell, but Uncharted is just like, oh, let's put a firefight here. Oh, let's put a firefight there. Why not?
The airport one.
Yeah.
I don't think I've played a single Call of Duty where that has not happened in one camp. It's since Modern Warfare, like literally the first Call of Duty I've played, every single one has at least 2 of those in the campaign.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, to fill up fucking space.
I guess it's lazy story writing.
Yeah.
What can I say?
One that I've noticed in a lot of like drama TV shows is guns with infinite ammo, and immediately what comes to mind is the scene in The Walking Dead where Herschel uses the God shotgun that never runs out of ammo, and he never reloads it ever.
I love watching those scenes so much.
That scene is fucking amazing. What are you talking about?
And like, there's another one where I think it was the governor, because it was he was trying to shoot somebody and looking through a scope, but he was looking through the scope with the eye patch. And I was like, that one's more like not attention to detail, but
no.
What's
another one?
Sorry, I have to cut in. What's the Keanu Reeves movie that everybody
John
loves?
Wick.
Yeah,
that's the one.
See, I like John Wick because you can actually count every single time he shoots. The guns that he has, it's accurate to the gun that he has.
Well, I think they actually
he doesn't follow that.
I think they actually have someone on set that like is an expert in ballistics and firearms.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Keanu Reeves also likes firearms a lot. Bit. Yeah. So yeah. So he knows about them, which is good. You have an actor who's using firearms actively in his thing, and he knows about how to handle them, unlike another person.
It just makes it 10 times better.
See, that's going to be going away though because of Rust. So let's just sit down and thank Alec Baldwin for shooting someone in the chest and killing them because he was an idiot. So now we're not going to allow guns on sets anymore for the foreseeable future ever.
I don't know why they even needed a live round on set.
They didn't.
They probably shouldn't have had any live rounds. Blanks, on the other hand, but the thing is because he was practicing, he could have used the dummy gun that they had there instead of the real gun. That was and he used the real gun instead.
Yeah. There's a lot of problems that whole thing.
Yeah. Which is why I'm not gonna get super far into it, but it's good that everyone got charged with a blanket. Like, you're dumb.
Oh yeah.
No one's actually going to have to serve any time over it. Let's be honest. They're rich and they'll just pay their way out, and they're actors and they're beloved by everybody, so it doesn't matter.
This is the best thing that's happened to Baldwin. He's got so much media coverage for it. I mean, he killed somebody, but look at all the coverage. It's popular again.
It's like I think I was saying last week when we were talking, or last episode, that like any press is good press.
Oh,
right?
the God. Yeah, that kind of shit.
What?
The fuck did you just say?
You just mumbled something and then stopped.
God.
That was like the least effort sentence that has come out of your mouth.
Yeah, I do
I've
that
been
too.
trying
I
to
don't
say
care.
other stuff. I'm like, well, I'm not getting that out.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, that's lit, dude. Yeah. Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Anyway,
okay, so this
Hard not to.
next one I think is more of a pet peeve, and Brody is going to 100% agree with this. It's when any show decides to just insert a musical episode just because they can. It's so cringy.
I hate it.
Agreed.
I'm watching like The Simpsons and it turns into a fucking musical. I'm like, okay.
Musical.
The one good one I didn't mind was the one in Lucifer.
Yeah.
At the end.
That was good.
That was the only one I like.
And I feel like shows like Riverdale, it makes sense because that's kind of the atmosphere of the show.
Yeah.
But like when it's a show that has no like musical elements to them or theater or anything, and they just insert one, and it's like, why are you singing? Why are you dancing? You're in a police station.
You're getting arrested.
Yeah. You're doing meth. What are you doing?
Oh.
But yeah, that one, I don't know. That one's more of like a pet peeve, I think. I mean, I guess it's a cliche as well because a lot of shows are starting to do that, but
I have one along the same lines that I fucking hate hearing every time the sound goes off. Talked to Brandon about this when he came home. Is the fucking no, it's worse than that. It's the Wilhelm scream.
Oh, it's the
I'm
scream.
so sick of hearing that.
Like that scream, that
It's
sound
overused.
effect is just ancient at this point. I don't even know what the first recorded use of it was. Was it like Monty Python?
It's something like that.
But like
what's the name of it again?
The Wilhelm scream. Or Wilhelm.
I mean, on a similar subject to that, I guess it's not necessarily cliches, and most people probably, well, Brody might notice it, but I've noticed that a lot of movies and TV shows have sounds that sound like they're that sound almost identical to some of the like sounds in World of Warcraft, like the like the opening the auction house sound. I've heard that, and I don't like 10, 15 different TV shows, and I'm like, that it's not just like a similar sound. It's like
it's exact.
It's exact. I'm like, how? Why?
Distant Drums, 1951.
That's how old that is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. How old that is, and still being used today.
I think it's time to retire it.
Yeah.
Just get someone else to like scream into the Grand Canyon and use that for everything.
My cliche / pet peeve is in video games where you can just have all these guns on you. Where are you holding them?
GTA.
Got a big prison wallet.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, yeah. Actually, that's a good one. Eric
I hate it so much.
Eric and I were mimicking that when we were out at the farm the other day, or not the other day, but a couple of weeks ago, where it's like, I had one rifle that like I had stuck to my back.
Hold on. We condone firearm safety. None of the guns were loaded. Calm down.
Please.
Yeah. Yes. This was everything.
Big disclaimer.
Everything was pre-checked by both of us before we were doing this, and
yeah.
Anyway, so I had one gun on my back, and we were loading the guns into the truck basically at this point to go home. I took one gun that had a bipod because I didn't have a shoulder strap, and I just stuck the bipod like in my shirt or in my jacket or whatever, so it would hold on on the back. And I just had my other gun. I'm like, okay, so this is how you do it in real life. Wait.
Yeah, it took him about a
minute. The other one out, and then you got to shove the other one in. I'm trying to shove this SKS down my back, and it's not going in. It gets caught. And Eric has to help me.
It was a good minute and a half of him trying to get. He was like reaching back, grabbing. He's like, wait. And he was struggling, and yeah, it was great.
And then I'm like, wait. Okay, yeah. Okay, now you can shoot. Okay.
That's fine.
With a proper single point sling, you could probably do it, but you're not going to be storing the firearm over your back like they do in video games.
No,
it's going to be like slung over your shoulder, just hanging there on the side in the way, pissing you off the entire time.
Yeah.
On the note of firearms and movies, I mean, it's not really cliche, but it's something that bothers me is when movies are too cheap to make like firearms look realistic, and like the guy's just holding and he's like doing that, and like the gun's just going off and nothing's happening, and the guy's like, it's like Steven Seagal. Like there's a clip of him holding an AK and he was full out and he was like sprinting like that, and he was like full sprint, and the thing was just not moving. Like this fucking lard tub, this lard tub was running like full fucking sprint, so like maybe walking speed for an average person. This thing, he was just holding it like this, shooting, and the thing wasn't moving. It was hilarious, and it pissed me off so bad.
Yeah, one thing I think that the HBO show did that kind of fixed the whole infinite pockets for your infinite guns.
You were telling me about this.
Yeah, like instead of Joel having, you know, a rifle and an AK and 2 different pistols and 2 different shotguns and 3 different types of bombs in his pockets, he has like stash houses where he just leaves weapons he doesn't have ammo for, because like certain ammo you're not going to find in the apocalypse. So then he just
cool to have in games.
Yeah, and he just puts his gun, like his one gun away, and then he, you know, takes his other one that he actually has ammo for, and then it's not like him having 60 guns strapped to his back.
No, like literally GTA. How many guns do you actually have on you? Like they have the gun locker,
like
but there's no fucking use
or something.
for it.
That's one thing I appreciate about Tarkov is you have a stash system and shit. Like you can only take 2. Like you can put guns in your bag, but you know you're fucking useless because you can't pull them out or anything. You don't have quick access to your bag. You can't fucking do that. And you're pulling out a full kit. Okay.
Granted, you still have 2 rifles and a pistol as a possibility, and they could be any size. Granted, they're gonna weigh more, so they're gonna make you move a little bit slower. But then once you get your movement and strength and everything maxed, it doesn't fucking matter. You can.
I like the system that some games do where they like allow you to have a certain loadout and they limit you what you can take. Like you can have a primary, a secondary, and usually like a knife and some grenades or whatever. I like that system because you can like upgrade those weapons that you actually like, and then you're not like, oh, which one of my 52 weapons should I take out? And it just makes things a lot easier.
It'd make GTA PvP a lot more interesting.
As if that game's not toxic enough.
It's true.
Yes. No, yeah, dude, that was lit. I haven't
played it in a long time. Yeah. Fuck you. I heard you fucking comment. Dick.
What about, and this goes for anything, characters like getting in horrible car accidents and they just like walk it off and they're like, no, I have to go find my son or whatever, and it's like, bruh, you would be concussed and hospitalized.
Get a triple barrel roll into a fucking tree. Yeah,
or even worse, when they get injured and they try to fix it themselves and they have no surgical training and somehow they're okay. It's like, the slightest thing that you do wrong, you could nick a fucking artery and you're dead.
And just die. Just bleed out. Dead. Gone.
Car crashes and zombie apocalypse movies and games. Same thing. Again, cliche. You can tell when they get to an accident, you know they're going to wake up and there's going to be a fucking horde of zombies around them. They're going to have to fight through it with nothing but a broken. They're going to be limping and they're going to be like smacking them with a stick or something gay. And like it's the same thing, man. It's the same formula.
Oh yeah. Final cliche for me, Fast and Furious movies. Just everything in it just pisses me off now. Like, what are we on? 10 part 1? Like, holy shit.
Apparently this is the last one until they do another one after this one and call it the last one.
Yeah, I hate Vin Diesel
Paul Walker died in which? And they're still going?
I mean, the movie doesn't revolve around Paul Walker.
No, but those were the good ones. And when they actually had a good story premise. And now it's just a cliche of really, really nice cars and this random bad guy who, hey, he's related to someone.
Everyone's related to someone.
But the newest bad guy is Jason Momoa. You don't want to see him be a bad guy?
Hey, I will give you that because I watched the trailer. And I'm like, okay, this is the most violent one they've had so far.
Oh, yeah.
See, when it started to become more about, like, cybersecurity and, like, world-destructing events, I was like, you guys were just, like, racing cars. How are you here?
We were racing cars. That's what it was. Because the very first one was just knocking off semi-trucks that had
knocking semi-truck drivers off. Yes.
That's what the original one was. Yeah. And now we went fuck, didn't they go into space at one point?
In 9.
Like
Eric's like, what?
Yeah, they strapped a jet to like a fucking Civic.
We have to show him that clip after
they did
rocket car.
They did the SpaceX thing.
Bro, yeah, they're trying to do Elon Musk's fucking flying Tesla crap again.
Yeah.
Isn't this okay? No.
Didn't Top Gear try to send a Reliant Robin into space or something like that? Didn't they strap a Reliant Robin onto a rocket?
Yeah, but it blew up instantly. It made it like 40 feet in the air, then it grenaded, I think. Yeah. So I don't know where. Guys, I'm gonna duct tape this rocket onto my car and make it go into space, and they're magically in space. I'm like, that wouldn't. No.
Okay, so I think that would work. One of the cliches that comes to mind for me is, when it comes to car crashes in movies, is whenever there's like a car crash, the car, like, if it's like a bad guy, the car will just explode in a spectacular fashion. Like if it's a nobody that they just don't care if that person gets off, right? They'll shoot a tire, they'll slam into a building, and the car just goes boom, like blows up, massive fiery explosion. Is like, okay, you're gonna either, and then the car's like there's shrapnel thrown everywhere. It's like you're gonna have two things: either you're gonna have a massive explosion, and there's gonna be a bright flash and a pile of smoke and parts go everywhere, or you're going to have a spontaneous combustion and you're gonna have slow burning. You're not gonna have both of them at the exact same time, hardly ever.
Yeah, since when can an action movie guy, like at full sprint or like in a moving car, like shoot once with his handgun to make a car blow up? Like come on.
Yeah.
Mine's like the gas tank. Like if you throw a fucking match in there and just boom. Like no.
That doesn't work.
No, it does not work.
That's not how gas works.
That's why what I've been doing hasn't been working. Okay.
Yeah.
My plan is
Do I need to call the suicide hotline for you there, Pam?
Oh no, I'm not killing myself.
He doesn't have
thank God. Praise the Lord.
How would he be? I want you to think about that, Eric, for a second. He doesn't have a vehicle.
If it did work, in theory, I would be dead by doing it. So
multiple times.
Because I would be trying to limp away and my knee would dislocate and I'd just fucking lay there and, that's it for me.
Yeah, right.
I'm done.
Yeah, guys, can I imagine Brandon in the zombie apocalypse movie? He'd be like,
I'm done. I'm going to shoot myself. I don't care.
First day, he'd wake up, the apocalypse, he'd get out of bed and his knee would dislocate and he'd be lying on the floor in pain until zombies got to him in like the span of 2 days.
I'd be the first to die. Or there'd be like, we'd be running and someone needs a distraction, so they just kick me in the knee and just leave me for dead.
Dude, they wouldn't even have to kick you. They'd just be like, Brandon, you'd be like, what? Then you just fall over and you start shrieking in pain. Be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, at least I know where I stand when the world ends.
There you go, dude.
I would fucking try to keep you alive, Brandon.
Thanks.
We'll get you one of those like wheelie carts that you like rest your knee on. You just roll around. Let's get you one of those.
Joe, we'll get him in a fucking wheelbarrow. Just fucking pushing around. You'll just be shooting out the fucking wheelbarrow.
That'd be
Brandon
fun.
Shuffling through a warehouse and like the backdrop, like the shadow, and you see a little wheelie cart and he's like shuffling along with one leg with his handgun in one, and he's looking for the bad guy in the warehouse because they always find their ways into a warehouse, and the zombie attacks him and he just gives up and shoots himself in the head. He's like, I'm done.
Good run.
Quickest movie ever.
Anyways, enough of bullying me and my disability. How about in every show or TV movie when, the characters are on the road and they just don't look at the road, they're just staring at each other talking the whole time. They don't hit a red light, they don't hit traffic, there's no no one's crossing the road, nothing. It's just nothing.
When the guy in the green screen car is doing this with his hands and the background's doing nothing. He's turning and the background's just straight. Then all of a sudden it starts turning. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah. Is he running his steering wheel on Bluetooth or something? Like, what the fuck?
He's got that Bluetooth steering wheel right there.
It's got latency.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at first generation of fly-by-wire vehicles, they actually do have a noticeable amount of lag. Usually not with steering because there's some amount of actual linkage there, but throttle has a significant amount of lag for first gen fly-by-wire stuff. But back onto Brandon's point, though, yes, that actually really pisses me off because if it were me driving, we would hit every red light, and then some stupid old fart would pull out in front of me and do 20, and I'd have to stop mid-conversation to start swearing and yelling at this person and swerve around them and flip them off.
I have to go on some real life story here because I was following him home from work one day, and there's this merge, and this guy just stops, and he's like sitting there, like there's people coming. It's a merge, so the guy should be going anyway, but he's just sitting there, and he's just looking back. And I was behind him. I was laughing my ass off because he kept looking. He's like, and then there's no traffic guy still there, and he's like, and he looks back. He's like, "What the fuck?" Then the guy goes, and I was just laughing hysterically.
Eric didn't hear, but I honked my horn at him, and then he went.
It was hysterical because like he had his glasses on. All you can see is the glasses just look.
Yeah, I'm looking at the traffic. I'm like, there's nobody coming. You could have gone. You should. What are you doing? Where's the traffic?
So yeah, there is absolutely no way. There's absolutely no way.
That's like when Andrew was driving me home the other day, and there's 2 lanes, and the guy in front of us was going so slow, and the 2 people beside us were also going so slow, and he's just like, I guess we're all just driving this slow then.
Yeah.
He has the worst luck driving. I swear to God, whenever I drive with him, people have their high beams on. They do 20 under the limit. They cut them off. Like, I don't understand what it is.
Sometimes I hit every fucking red light when I'm in a rush.
Yeah. I hit every red light on my way to work. Guaranteed. Almost guaranteed every time.
Every time.
Except I'm impressed with myself. I don't know how I did it, but I made it from opposite end of the city to work in 7 minutes on a fucking Monday. I don't want to talk about how fast I had to go, but I made it.
You just doxed yourself that you were speeding. What were you doing?
Yeah.
I've made it to work before in about 3 to 4 minutes because I had Avenged Sevenfold playing and I was pissed off and I was.
That's fair.
Was that the day that you pissed off the neighbor?
No, it wasn't that day. It was before she worked there.
Your butthole taxi neighbor that's fucking annoying. Is that the same one I'm thinking of? Or?
Oh no, not that one.
Or that's a different neighbor that's retarded.
We're thinking of the work neighbor when I pissed her off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right.
Because she stopped. She started going at a green light. It was red. It turned green. There was no one coming to us, and she stopped. And I almost ran into her. And the person, because I had to slam on my brakes, almost ran into me. And then she went. And then when she was pulling into the parking lot, she slammed on her brakes again. Like it was like she didn't come to a complete stop, but it was like 5 kilometers an hour turning into the parking lot. I routinely, when I'm pissed off, I routinely do like 30 into our parking lot, which is too fast. But like 20, 10, 15, like 15 is a good speed to go into our parking lot at.
Not with all this gravel right now, but you know.
Yeah. But I just handbrake turn in my parking spot if I'm going too fast, and it works. I've done that a few times. But yeah, it's yeah. So she did that, and then so this is when I was actually getting to work on time, and this made me late because I couldn't just pull in my parking lot, get out, and go in. I had to go drive. She slammed on her brakes, and the car behind me wasn't going to stop, and they were going to hit me. So I went straight around, did a loop through the back parking lot. There was no parking there, so I went back in front of our work and floored it in second gear, which gets me up to like 30k an hour. But big diesel truck, I roll coal and make a bunch of noise. She gets out of her car and she goes, "What the fuck makes you fucking think you can fucking do that? Fucking piece of shit!" Fucking just started screaming and throwing F-bombs at me. And I just look at her and I'm like, "I'm sorry." And I walked into the store. Because like if I said anything else, I would have been fired for treating the neighbor poorly, or Michael would have lost his trust. So I was just like, "I'm sorry." And then I went in and I bitched to him about it, and he's
at least you didn't call her a cunt. Anywho.
Like somebody else.
Quite literally.
Yeah, I mean, those are basically my biggest ones.
Back to the original topic, yes.
Yes. I don't have any more. Those are kind of the biggest ones. I mean, there's a few other ones, like in video games, you know, unskippable tutorials, or just tutorials that don't even fucking do anything. Like, does anyone who played Assassin's Creed 2 remember the tutorial?
No.
You were literally a baby, and like it showed you how to move, and it kicked the baby's leg, and then it was like, and then you push this button, and it showed the baby's face, and it's like, what the fuck is this tutorial? What? I'm not going to be a baby.
I know how to press my W key to walk forward. Thank you.
This is so fucking stupid.
My God.
Fuck me, that is stupid.
Or escort missions. I hate escort missions.
Escort missions suck. Especially escort quests in World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Oh my lord, those are terrible. You have 5 minutes to get this person from point A to point B, and at certain points there'll be no mobs there, and the guy stops dead in his tracks that you have to escort, and then all the mobs come out from nowhere, and you're like, now you have to fight all these mobs off, and then he starts wandering off before you can kill all these things, and he gets attacked by something else and dies. And
I have to talk about Red Dead here because so Red Dead Redemption 2, I just started playing it, right? So I'm at the first part where I forget the names. You're on the horse in the snow, right? And you're following some dude to a camp to go steal their food or something, and it's like a good 5 minutes of you trucking through the snow of like complete boredom, and it's like, this is stupid. I'm just listening to dialogue and holding the forward key. This is dumb. I get there. He's like, all right, let's link up on this post. I forget what the hell's his name again?
I don't remember which guy.
I think Morgan.
Arthur?
Morgan for some reason.
Arthur.
Maybe it was Arthur.
Morgan's the guy you play.
Okay, yeah. You meet up with him in the snow in the crazy snowstorm in the start. It might be Arthur.
So you
probably
you are Arthur.
It
was either John or Micah.
Micah, I think it's Micah.
The
Micah. It was Micah.
Asshole.
It was Micah, the guy that betrays you, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, you do. Yeah, I was like first time playing it. I just downloaded it and I was playing it. And I was like, all right, this is cool. This game looks great. Doing some benchmarks and shit. I get there. He's like, let's saddle or not saddle up. Let's put our horses on this hitch up. Yeah. So I'm struggling because my horse is retarded, and he like goes forward and he starts like doing some stupid S-turn shit, and then Micah is already off his horse at this point, and I'm trying to get over there. Then Micah walks to my horse, and the mission ends, and it's like, you pissed off Micah. I'm like, what the fuck? That's dumb. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll restart. I restart back at the start. I'm like, I'm not doing this again. I'm not walking through the snow for another 15 fucking minutes to hear Micah bitch and complain about the snowstorm and shit, and fucking John or whatever the hell is stupid, the guy with the black hat running the whole convoy, and I'm like, this is dumb. Why the hell is that a thing?
Yeah, John was gone at that point, right? You hadn't found John yet.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, that's why you were going through the snow, is to find John.
That whole fucking intro to that game, I almost like turned it off. It was so boring.
It's so bad, and I just closed the game at that point. I'm like, I'm not doing it. I closed the game, and I haven't played it since because I'm like, I'm gonna do it again, and knowing my luck, Micah's gonna walk straight into my horse's ass, and he's gonna be like, you pissed off Micah, and I'll be like, why?
Let me give you a hint. Third person controls in that game kind of suck dick. Play it in first person, your horse will go in the direction you tell it to. But if you're playing in third person, you're like, I want the horse to go this way relative of where it is, but it's actually not that. It's like relative of the direction you're looking at. So if your camera's not like, if you push forward and you think, I want my horse to go forward, but your camera's at like a 45, then your horse does not go forward. It goes at that 45-degree direction.
I didn't even know you could do first person. Even though I watched you 100 times play that game, I forgot you could do first person. So that.
And then when you want to go backwards,
close your mouth, Colton.
Holy shit! That's how I play Red Dead, is only in first person.
It's better.
I can imagine it would be.
Sometimes when you're doing long stretches, like those long rides where they just are talking and talking and talking, it's nice to just go in third person and just ride, see more shit that's going on and whatever.
Enjoy the horse's balls jangling around in there.
Yeah.
One thing that kind of pissed me off, and I don't know why it's even allowed in games, because in real life it wouldn't happen, is I bought my first horse in that game, and I think I spent a decent amount of money because I used an exploit early on that just gave me a shit ton of money, and I never needed to do anything ever again. But I spent like quite a bit of money on this horse, and then one of the first missions you get when you are in the first starting town, I ran off the fucking side of a cliff with my horse and it died, and I couldn't recover it. It just wouldn't let me. Why? No horse is going to just jump off a 600-foot drop.
Unless
it's autistic.
Well, I mean, if I was jamming you in the thigh with a piece of metal and
I think they just buck you off. instead, but
yeah, you might turn and kick me in the crotch. You're right.
There's a few aspects to it too. If with that game, if you have like a racing horse, it tends to usually handle a little bit better, but sometimes it won't jump over stuff when it should, and other times too, like if you're sending it full speed, I could see how it wouldn't be able to, like, it's focusing on paying attention to what you're doing and what you want, and it trusts that you're going to want it to stop or turn in time.
I'm retarded,
and then you don't, and then it'll just dive off the edge of the cliff. But if you're actually going slow enough with a horse, the other thing is you have to have a good enough bonding experience.
Yeah.
With it, but quite often the horse will stop. But if you're going full tilt, it won't.
Yeah. It pissed me off anyways, so I'm gonna blame the game and not myself for being retarded.
But you know what you need to do, or what you should have done, is you should have gotten the deluxe edition, because with the deluxe edition, you just get the best, a really good horse for free right off the bat.
Isn't that game already like $100? It
was $80 and then $100 for the deluxe.
Right. That's still a better deal than Battlefield, but yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay.
I still fucking own it, I think.
Yes, talk when you're yawning. We can definitely understand you. Yes, good.
Is that I still own it, I think. I just don't think I have it downloaded.
One of the things I like is, like I kind of like in the cliche world, is when like movies and TV shows make their own cliches. So it's like almost an inside joke to that.
Yeah.
Like the Get Smart movie, where it's the term missed it by that much becomes their kind of like inside cliche. Old TV series Columbo, where Columbo is a detective movie, where he's, he asks all of his questions and he's pissing them off at this point because he's asked them so much and they want him out of the house or wherever he's at. They want him to leave. So he goes to leave and he's asked all of his questions. He literally gets out of the door but doesn't close it, and then turns around and comes back and he's like, "Oh yeah, just one more thing." Every time. Like, and he does that like 5 times an episode. It's amazing. And every episode.
Archer phrasing.
That's more of a catchphrase than a cliche, though.
I guess, yeah, but yeah, I don't know. That one's that's one of the things that I found funny in that show.
All right, well, we should probably wrap her up. We've been talking for about 42 minutes here, so
it's not long enough.
Yeah, that's good.
All right.
No, it's not.
Bye.
Could you imagine that's how you end it?
That's gonna be the last episode. What just happened?
Did you actually say bye and you left?
Your video didn't disappear, so I was confused on what the fuck just happened.
It's because
you left. Yeah,
I left.
Yeah. His audio left. That's amazing.
But yeah, that's gonna be the last episode. I say bye.
Bye.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. Do you agree with our cliches? Do you hate us for calling some of them out? Start some drama.
Have any we forgot to mention?
No, fuck you. Your opinion doesn't matter.
What's your favorite or least favorite? What's your favorite or least favorite cliches? Comment down below.
I'd like to read the comments. See what people's cliches they like and don't like are.
If you've made it this far, just comment spaghetti so we know that you made it to the end.
Why?
Yes, we'll call it the Spaghetti
I'm hungry.
Club.
I'm very hungry, man.
We'll have our inside joke. I made the food and forgot to eat it.
You called me and said you had a late dinner and that's why you were late. You liar.
I was cooking it. No, I was cooking it and it's just like, oh, it's 8 o'clock. Yeah, I don't got time to eat this. I fucking left.
Didn't even work today. You have no excuses.
I was shopping for groceries and then I had to clean
out
the
no one
fucking
pantry. Who?
For it.
Who
cares?
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to go click all the links down in the description of the YouTube video. Go follow us on all of the socials. New episodes will be posted there. We're going to be getting some small clips out on TikTok and Facebook Reels and such. Yeah, I have a few clips that just don't make it to the episode because it's either before or after, or it's just something that's a completely different tangent. We did that at the end of one episode, and I still have to upload those clips.
Oh, the after show.
Yeah, basically. It's basically a post show. We're going to be having, I mean, this is more for locals, I guess, because I'm not shipping stickers to Germany. But I am looking in town to get some stickers and some little business QR code cards made.
So if you go around and see our sticker, go and give it a scan.
Ship it within Canada. Jeez.
Smart.
I'm gonna make it so that I have like a couple random cards that just have a QR code that links them to Rickroll.
Yes.
They'll just be random ones too.
Oh, sweet! I got my card from the True North Network. It's a fucking Rickroll.
It'd be legendary. But yeah, thank you guys for the support, and I guess we will see you after the concert, and we'll let you know how that is, and hopefully nothing goes wrong.
Foreshadow.
Yeah, we're gonna come back, and like half of us are gonna be dead, and
if there's gonna be
blood,
something that goes wrong right here at this exact moment, he's gonna edit foreshadowing.
Yep. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching and or listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.